Jesus did not have a desk. Why didn't Jesus have a desk? Because Jesus did not have an office, and he didn't have a cell phone either. Nobody got a text from Jesus. Not so. There were 4 important cities in the life of Jesus: Bethlehem, where he was born, and then Nazareth, where he was raised, and then at the beginning of his ministry, he moved over and made Capernaum, that fishing village on the northwest corner of the Sea of Galilee, made it his headquarters for his 3 years ministry. And then, of course, the 4th city was Jerusalem, where he was crucified and raised from the dead. But he really did not have what you and I have. He did not have an address. We read in Matthew 8:20 that Jesus said, "The foxes have holes, the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head." He was usually in Galilee. 3 times a year at the great festivals, he was down in the city of Jerusalem. And he was with the people. He loved to be face to face with people. He loved to touch them. Even he touched the leper. And he loved to have little children in his arms. He loved to be with people who needed help, people who were hurting, people who really needed to be healed, with the sorrowing, with the afflicted, with the burden. He was among the people continually, not apart, not sequestered, not aloof. And it was that he came into the world at the right time. You say, if Jesus had waited another couple thousand years, he could have just gone on television and have spoken to the whole world. Now, wait a minute. Galatians 4:4, it says, in the fullness of time, God sent forth his Son. In the right time, he came. He chose to come at that time so that he could deal one-on-one, face-to-face with people. And when he sent his 11 disciples, Judas checked out, to evangelize the world, to win people. And they were to win people, and those people were to win others. And the gospel was to go to the whole world. And the amazing thing is that it did, without any modern transportation, without any modern communication. The gospel went out in 30 years of the crucifixion and resurrection of Christ. The gospel went to the entire known civilized world at that time. This is amazing. The text is sometimes just blown past, but it's in Colossians 1:23. You read that. The gospel which I preached has been declared to every creature under heaven. This was the plan, that the gospel, by living people with living words, would be declared one to another and then to another, until then every creature under heaven had heard. And so at the present time, it is that the gospel is to go that way. With whom are you sharing the glorious life-giving gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ.